Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever and whenever you might be watching this here video. Thank you for stopping by for episode number 3 of our series on the review of the Real Life Numbers mod, US Heartland Edition, version 1.2.2. After uploading episode 2, I've thought about it and decided that instead of reading directly from the manual to y'all, which is something you can do on your own, I'm instead just going to play this map, play the game, and as I come across points where a explanation of how the mod affects the gameplay, I'll just hit the record button and do a short video for you. So with that said, starting today, my horses need some straw. I don't have any fields ready to harvest to put down some straw windrows, so instead I went to the store to buy straw. The mod maker does say in his manual that after version 1.4 of Farming Simulator, the bale capacities are set when purchased at the store to 4,000. He is unable to change those right from the store. His recommended workaround was to purchase them, set them aside, and when you reload and come back in, the volumes will be corrected at that time. So what I did earlier, because I thought I was recording but I wasn't, was I went into the store and I purchased a square bale and a round bale. As you can see, the prices are reflective of the smaller bale capacity instead of the 4,000. When you purchase it, it does come out to 4,000 each. I did save, exit, and reload, and they're still at 4,000, so they have not changed. But also, I have not moved them. I have not moved them to my farm, so I don't know if that plays a factor. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hop in here, load them up, take them to the farm, then I'm going to save, exit, and reload and see if it makes any difference. So bear with me. Yes, I do like having these, either a forklift or a wheel loader or front loader or telehandler. I think I prefer telehandlers at the shop, because how often do you get here and you need to load up bales or pallets onto a wagon and you don't want to have to haul your tractor down here or some other slower vehicle. So I cheat money and buy it, and it belongs to the shop. I never take it to my farm. Alright, now with those loaded up, we're going to head on back to the farm. I'll let you ride along, because this map does have some beautiful views that you might enjoy seeing. Strap that down. strap that one down. There we go. Yep, forgot to turn it on. If you do like this map, it is the Holzer map. The map maker did make some modifications to the animals, how much feed they take and eat, and giving straw to horses so they do produce manure. This map has a lot of meadows and only a few arable fields. The meadows are fields though, so you can plow them up and plant something if you want. Or he does have a different map definition file that you could copy and paste into the zip instead over the one that's defaulted in there. And that changes most of the meadows into arable fields. Personally, I love mowing and baling. It's one of my favorite things to do on this farming simulator, so I like to keep all the meadows. And I particularly like the small bales, so I was happy to see that small baler that came out, because I like being able to carry around the bales instead of needing a fork. Yeah, I understand it's significantly less liters. 521 liters versus the default game's 4,000 or Real Life Numbers mods 1,500 or 2,600. 3 bales is equal to a round bale, so that's not too bad. And yes, there is a loader wagon for the small bales, which I do have at the farm. Otherwise, good gravy, that would be a lot of picking up by hand if there wasn't an auto load wagon. Now I may need to go in and modify that auto load wagon, because the other day when I tried using it, I noticed that it wasn't picking up the small straw bales. It picked up the small hay bales just fine, but not the small straw bales. Now that is possible that I had some hay bales on so it wouldn't pick up the straw, but that doesn't make sense. It should be able to pick up both at the same time. The farm we are playing on here is the starting farm you get when playing New Farmer on this map. Otherwise, there's, I believe, 4 other farms with husbandry, cows, sheep, chicken. I don't believe there are any pigs on this map. You obviously can place your own. There's up northwest of here, there is a big plot of land perfect for placeables. I believe you saw it in the last episode when we were riding the horse around. I'm pulling over here because after we reload, I do want to cut these bales and bale them again into the smaller bales, easier to handle. But as you can see around us here, This is a field. Even though it's a meadow, it is a field. It can be fertilized, limed, plowed, and you can convert it to an arable if you so wish. Same with most of the other meadows. Alright, so yeah, we're still at 4,000 each, as expected. So let's run over here. I want to show you something with the small bales. It's might be a concern, might be an issue. I'm not 100% positive. But these small bales are supposed to be 521 liters each. But it appears that at some point these got reset to 1,500, same capacity as the round bales. This bale I just kicked out earlier, so it's still at the 521. So we'll see if this resets up to the 1,500 as well once we save and reload the game. So with that said, I'll be right back. Alright, I just loaded up. I haven't gone down to see how the bales have been affected yet, so we'll both learn together. Let's take a look at these small bales first. See if they've been changed. Nope, that's still 1,500. And that's still 521. So no change on those. Doesn't give me much hope for these big round ones. Or the big square one, for that matter. Nope. Still 4,000 each. So it appears that game level reset at the beginning is not working. I do have the variable capacity mod, variable bale capacity mod installed as is recommended by the mod maker. So since that's not working, I suppose we could just pretend that when you buy it from the store, they pack them in a lot tighter. And when you do it yourself, you just make sure you set the capacity on your balers to the appropriate level. So you will need to go into the my documents, depending on where you have it saved. It's my documents, my games, Farming Simulator 19, mod settings, variable bale capacity, and then the XML, so you can set the different limits of bales there, including the 521. You will need to add that with a comma so that you have that as an option on the small baler if you like the small balers. Now what I'm gonna do, if I'm able to, I'm gonna cut one of these because I like the small bales. Oop, I should be able to drive out. But I'm gonna go get there we go, yeah. I'm gonna go get the small baler and wrap those up, or make those into small bales. They should stay at 521 if I've done everything correctly. Yep, current bale capacity 521. So with that round bale being at a capacity of 4,000, we should be able to make about 7.5 or so bales, small bales from it. Okay. These are showing 521 liters. Perfect. See, I love being able to lift those up by hand. Okay, so, yep, we got 7 and just over half bales. So the 4,000 liters that it showed is what it was. Let's do the same for this one. Get it out into a more accessible area. Yeah. Uh-oh. Come on. Switch on to 4-wheel drive. Still a little bit to go. And before we cut this show off, I will grab the trailer to see if it will pick up these straw bales for us. If not, I'll have to look at the mod and see what's going on, if I maybe need to add the straw as an option. Okay, work mode is on. Let's turn it off. Change the type. Turn it back on. Nothing so far. Pop out. Pick it up. No. Those are the only two types. Alright, so it doesn't seem like that is currently working. So I'll try to go in and get that fixed for us, or for me. So in summary, it appears that the real life numbers mod with the Bale capacity isn't working as planned. So maybe that will be updated in a future version if we notify the mod maker, or if he's noticed it himself. Other than that, just using the variable bale capacity and setting the bales to the prescribed volumes based on the data he's gathered, that would work just as well. In future episodes, after our harvest rows, we'll review the windrows that are created when harvesting for straw to see how much is laid down. I'm guessing that's going to be less than what the base game would have done, which is to be expected. But we'll review that as we get to it. I hope you enjoyed this. So give us a like, subscribe, share, do whatever you want, or do nothing at all. I just hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Bye.